Hi, Mark.
I'm Phoebe Xu Jialing. My student number is 36 and I'm a junior.
Hi, Mark. My name is Ivory Gao Pei Shi. My student number is 32. I'm a junior.
And hi, Mark. My name is Tanya Tangling, and my student number is 44, and I'm also a junior.
Yes, and today we are going to talk about the video that we watched, Amanda Knox. Okay, so does anyone have any questions?
I want to ask that, do you think Amanda killed her roommate? What's her name? Meredith Kircher.
Meredith Kircher. I think that there are so many doubtful clues. It's just like I cannot just like confidently say that she kills her roommate or he doesn't kill her roommate. I cannot definitely say, oh, he did that, she did that, or she didn't do that, because I just cannot believe the evidence that the police find out, because they say they find some DNA, but at the end they say the DNA was contaminated. And also the prosecutor is a little bit like he just like imagined himself become like Sherlock homeless.
Not homeless. Holmes.
Okay. Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. Sorry. My mistake. Yeah. So I think it's a little bit. I think they are not like very rational to deal with this kind of things. So I cannot very convinced by their evidence or what they talk about and what they state. I cannot very convinced by that. But on the other hand, I didn't believe Amanda as well, because she said that she was in her boyfriend's house at that night, but actually he was showed up around her dormitory, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like Amanda was lying, but the police and the prosecutor did well as well. So I didn't know which way to believe. What about you?
You say almost everything. Okay. Yes, I think the same way that in these videos that they just provide many different kind of clues that I myself just very hard to come up with some evidence to prove that who is the murderer. Yes, and in the very beginning of this video and in the middle of the video and in the lastly of the and in the end of the video, that we can see the very different scene and different evidence provided by different people. So I just kind of confused by all the process in this video, so that people just try to find clues and try to find evidence, like Amanda herself and Amanda's boyfriend, that Celestito, and in the aftermath that there is also another guy like called what's his name? Rudy Gide.
Okay.
Rudy. Yeah. There are so many people that just pop up in the videos and say some things, and then move on to another people and they also say something, provide some clues. So I just kind of confused in so many people's, how to say that, allegations.
So many people stare while they're saying
statements. Yeah, all just mixed with in the same point.
Yeah. What about you?
I think it's like a puzzle. You're going to put all the small pieces together and to see if you can see the big picture. But to me, I still think that Celestito and Amanda are guilty.
Why?
Which
Just
evidence?
think about the scene that they're kissing outside when the other day the Meredith was killed.
Maybe they helped the murder. They are one
Yes,
of them.
I think they are one of them. So they are actually kissing because the police, right?
Yeah.
They said that it's not a very appropriate time for kissing.
Yeah.
But why are they kissing? I think it's something like something to help them feel relieved.
Maybe they feel nervous after doing
Nervous,
something. Right?
yes, nervous and guilty at the same time, and so they need to find a way to help them relieve the pain or the stress that they are going to have.
But in other way, maybe they just purely feel afraid that next to Amanda's room that there is a
Dead body.
yeah.
And
Maybe
then
they
it's
just feel afraid. So we cannot very obvious know that if they do if they join in the murder or not.
I think that is not very strong evidence. It's just like.
I remember that probably it's like that. The movie at the beginning of the movie, they say that Amanda didn't cry, right? Did she?
I think. Yeah, she
didn't.
didn't cry when she
And so
saw
the
this.
public said that she was actually one of the murderers, or she was actually the murderer herself because she doesn't cry. She didn't cry, and that makes people feel that she's probably a murderer.
So she should cry.
No, because they are friends, right? Won't you cry if your friend
Friends.
dies?
That
To
is
me,
a
I
very-
think that even though it's shocking, I will still cry. Yeah, maybe a drop or two of tears.
Maybe they are not very close friends that they just start off their exchange life both, and they just meet live together for several days that they didn't even know each other very very much. And Amanda has her boyfriend at the scene, so her boyfriend can be her comfort.
And Meredith?
Meredith.
I was actually thinking if Meredith was actually dating Rudy.
Oh.
Yeah, and so something happened.
That's just your assumption, right?
Yes, my assumption. Because that's what happens in real life, right? You won't kill somebody unless you have a relationship. I'm not sure. Like on the news, you will see that a lot of people who gets into a bad relationship will kill each other.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that Rudy is just some normal guy walking on the streets trying to find somebody to kill. Yeah, that's not very it's not likely.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. There must be something happens behind those people.
Yes, and they're
Maybe they
hiding
kill.
something.
Yes.
Okay, so do we have a further question? Okay, so let me get into the prosecutor. Do you think the prosecutor, he did a good job, or he just like
You mean the old man inside who said that
he is Sherlock Holmes? Yes, that person. Do you think, or the police? Do you think
Actually,
the police did a good job? Yeah, keep it.
I want to say that he probably didn't say that he is Sherlock Holmes. He just said that he imagined himself being Sherlock Holmes, right?
Yes.
So
He wants to be Sherlock Holmes.
yeah, no, everybody wants to be Sherlock
Yeah.
Holmes.
Yeah.
So it's not his fault. Okay, back to your question.
Yeah, back to my question. Do you think the prosecutor and the police, they did a good job on this kind of murder, to deal with the murder? Do you think they did a good job?
Maybe they
What,
did
what
the
do you
wrong
mean?
way
Good job.
to find out the murder or
Find out
To
the murder.
find out the murder
or
and
during
to
or they can process
to collect
faster.
all the evidence.
I think at least they tried and
to
did
collect it.
their best to collect the evidence. Yeah, because we are not professional investigators, so we do not know.
But they
what
can
they're-
find some professional investigator to do.
Yeah, they have.
Mm.
Yeah, they have a professional.
Yeah, and one was actually talking about drawing
From
cows
here.
in the cave or something like that.
Yeah, one of them.
Is he a police? No, I forgot what he's. Forensic scientist or expert? Forensic
Yeah,
expert. Yes.
Yeah, they just do their best to find all the clues and evidence. But I think that this thing is a kind of complicated.
Yeah, complicated.
Yeah, between all the relationship.
Yeah.
Between the
I
people.
think sex is actually a very, very bad thing in real life. If you if you have a lot of sex relationships with others, it's going to cause a lot of problems. And you see, like Jiang Ghomeshi and Amanda Knox and other stuff, they're also about sex. And so I'm very grateful that I'm still in the Mormon church. Yeah.
As for me, I think that it's very hard for me to say that they really did very well and they try their best or something. But I think what they can do is like try to figure it out and try to like being in a person that can just dip into the murderer's heart or something. Yeah, I think
hard.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but they have to try it.
So you think they didn't try?
Because they also force Amanda to admit he's guilty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at that part, I think it's very inappropriate.
You mean forcing her?
Yeah, forcing her to admit it.
But you do not have other ways to let her say the truth, right? Do you?
Yeah, I don't have, but I think if you force her to say this, somebody will not accept that. They will just keep pretending.
Just look through her eyes, right? She said that.
Oh yeah, but I think in other way you can also just use another way, like how do you say that? You just like mentor or something. No, it's not mentor.
Hypnotize.
But how do we know that the murder or the people say the truth? Tell the truth.
Hypnotize them. I was actually thinking about hypnotizing the other day. Like, probably if somebody gets hypnotized, but it depends because not all people can get hypnotized. But if they try, probably she will say the truth because nobody can hide what's inside their mind if they try to hide it.
Yeah.
Their facial expression will.
Yes, if you really try to hide something, you will just expose it to the public. I think it's like that. So they can try hypnotizing you. I'm not superstitious, but I think you should give it a try. If you have to force somebody, why not try other methods, right?
Yeah. So I think they did the appropriate part is like they force Amanda to admit it.
But
if you're like the experts inside, won't you think that what kind of method would you do?
I'm not the expert.
Yes, but if you were the expert.
If I were the expert, I think
Because you think that they didn't do a good job, but if you're the expert, what would you do?
find a doctor of the deal with the mental problem.
So you think she has mental problems, right?
No, I think it's not like mental problems. It's like she is lying to something. She's lying.
She is lying something.
she's like hiding something, and she's lying about all the things.
Yeah.
So-
and why didn't she want to talk?
To talk about.
So it means that you think that she is a murderer.
She has some evidence to point it out. She is a murderer,
But they
I
said that there is some DNA contamination, right?
yeah,
How
but
to explain that?
that is too complicated. There are so many evidence, but we are not like staying in one evidence or staying in one side that she did it or she didn't did it. I don't know. I'm hesitating. Which way to choose?
Yeah. So actually, we can stand in two sides, and then we can just if today Amanda is murder, then we can explain for her. But today, if Amanda is not the murder, then we can also explain for her.
What do you mean?
Just we can stand that Amanda can
Stand
be
on her side or
or
not stand on
or
her
the
side?
opposite of her side.
Which side do you stand?
I can stand on both sides and explain something.
Okay, then tell us.
Yeah,
Why you stand
because
both
in these
sides?
videos that if today Amanda is a murder, that is just as Ivory said. That in this video that they provide some clues that Amanda maybe is the murder. But if today I want to say Amanda is not the murder, that I also have some clues to
Support.
Yeah,
So
to
it means
support.
that you do not know whether or not she is the murderer.
Yeah, actually that
Actually, I didn't know. I have no idea about this.
Which side do you think you are probably at?
I am
Like most likely is
most likely
is
stand.
Amanda guilty or not? If this is the middle and this is not guilty and this is guilty, which side are you on? You're in the middle, or
As for me, I think I try to believe Amanda, and sometimes I think I was convinced by her words, because sometimes she just like pretend she's innocent, and she said about a lot of saying about her just like a fan of just defending herself. And I think I was a little bit convinced by her, but there's some evidence put up, and I think, oh no, she actually is a murderer. So I think I was in the middle of, because this is a middle one, and this one is
She's
guilty. I think I was in the middle.
in between?
Between she is guilty or not.
Yeah, I'm in the same place actually.
But a little bit closer
Guilty.
to guilty. Yeah, closer to guilty.
I have the same kind of feeling. Yes.
And also her boyfriend, right?
They
are in the
It's
same
strange
group.
as well.
He's
They're in the same
strange, I guess.
Yes.
Is it?
And
I think it's not because of the looking, the appearance.
It's not about
Just
that.
What
About
he
what he
said
said
is
is strange.
not the accent, but
Strange.
the accent is also a little strange. But I can accept that, but other than that,
What he said. Okay. Do you have
Oh, and I ran out a question that is what makes Amanda and Celestial be accused of murder? But I think we talk about this topic a little bit.
the knife, the DNA. No, because the DNA was in the room.
Yes.
How do you explain that?
So after one clues that that makes these two people to be accused of murder.
You mean which is the most important one? Or
You can say the most important one. That's okay. Or some clues.
I think it's because they say that they are in Celestial. They were in Celestial house at that night, but actually they showed up just
That's suspicious.
near their dormitory. So I think that is a very weird one. Why you lied about this, and why you showed up at that time, and why you lied to the police. So I think maybe that is one of the main evidence that why they were accused by the police.
But maybe they just go home. The solicitor just accompany Amanda return to her house at that night.
But
And at the same time, Meredith was killed. At the same time that the two people returned to their Amanda's house. The two things just pop up at the same time. That Amanda and her boyfriend just accused of they maybe the murder.
What's wrong with the DNA?
Yeah, and also the clues of DNA.
I don't really get it. What does mean like DNA was contaminated? I'm not really get it about that.
Actually, I'm not very sure about it either.
Yeah, because they will wear like a how to say that? They will wear
Gloves?
like a special
No, but they
gloves.
said that they have to wear almost the same kind of equipment and to see who gets into the house of the murder,
The scene?
the scene, the crime scene. They have to record that, and so that if the DNA gets into that place, nobody will say that they are the murderer.
So I think I don't know. I just cannot get it why the DNA was contaminated, and because that is I think this is the direct evidence that you can find a murder. But this kind of important evidence was contaminated. I think it's very
I think it's like
confused. about it.
like some DNA, Rudy's DNA. Most of Rudy's DNA are in the crime scene, right?
Mhm.
But only a few of the DNA of Solachito and Amanda's DNA was inside, and so that they think that probably Amanda and Solachito are not the murderers.
Maybe Rudy just lent the knives from Amanda.
What?
Rudy.
Oh, Rudy.
Bar.
What? Borrow the
Oh,
knife?
yeah, borrow the knife. That maybe he want to do something or just something with fruits or some kind of food. Then because Amanda just live next to Meredith, and maybe Rudy is Meredith's boyfriend, something like this.
Is it possible that Amanda actually used a knife before to cut something else, and then after that Rudy used the knife to kill Meredith?
Oh,
And so that even though the knife was washed, there's some DNA on
And they all
the
know
knife.
each other.
Yes. Is it possible? It's
I
possible,
think it's
right?
possible.
Yeah, I think it's possible. Yes.
But it's hard to identify that.
Because you didn't know what they
Yeah.
did actually.
But and if the Amanda and her boyfriend doesn't at home, and why Rudy will borrow a knife from Amanda? If
You
they
don't know
have
if Rudy didn't borrow a knife to Amanda.
yeah.
You're just making
You're
an
just making an
assumption.
assumption. It's
Yeah.
not.
Then if we think this way, that maybe this assumption
I think it's
Cannot be-
weird.
I think it's weird. But do you believe that probably it's like what the movie said? Those they commit the murder together, and that probably Meredith scolded Amanda, and Amanda wanted to like revenge or something like that, and then the two guys actually helped her and indulged her that night.
I think that's too exaggerated.
It's too exaggerated.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Too
possible?
dramatic.
I don't think that will. Yeah.
I just think that the relationship between men is not that simple. Yeah, it's not that simple. Probably because they said that she's Foxy Noxy, so
Oh, yeah.
you mean Foxy?
But also
She
there.
lured the people, probably, and so the guys are like mesmerized by her charm.
I don't know.
You didn't know.
I
Not even the slightest idea.
Yeah. No, I will not say that will happen. No. No.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm the only one who believes this now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Who?
At some point, I think I'm gullible, so no, I just believe a lot of things.
Okay.
So do you guys have any questions? Another questions?
Okay. I'll ask you about another question. Okay. Do you think that that Amanda actually just received a 4 times or 3 times of the trial? How many times?
I didn't count that.
Yeah, I didn't count that, but she received a lot of trials, right? Do you think that every trial and every consequence that the trial they make the how to say that? Do you think that every trial is make the fair sentence to her, or they make the unfair sentence to her?
Is that the
Are we
supporting her
bystanders, or are we actually standing
against her?
We're
against
bystander.
her? We're bystanders.
Bystander.
But it's hard because to Amanda, she received a very fair trial because she doesn't get arrested. But during the process, she was in prison. So it's not a fair trial. I can only say that. I can only say that. So I do not have.
So you mean that she says some clues that supported herself, but she ended up in prison?
Yeah, for several months, right?
Only several months. Yeah, what about you?
So nobody believe what she says.
Actually,
It's
I
true,
didn't know
right?
what was actually going on during the process.
Yeah.
But all I know is that the public in Italy was going crazy.
Yeah.
How they deal with things like this?
No, I
It's so
think it's
big.
because the crime scene was actually located in a very beautiful place, and so the people, the local people there, think that this is actually not good for them in Italy because they think that people in foreign countries probably will think something bad is going on in Italy, and they wanted her, not Foxy Noxy, Amanda not to be arrested.
Yeah.
And what do you think about it? The public? What
I think
what do you think about the public's reaction?
the public went too crazy. I think they're not rational. I think they just like being Amanda being targeted just only because he is the most like a potential to do the thing, the one that potential to do the one have the potential to do it's not
Potential?
No, it's not potential. I changed
The
the
one
words.
most likely?
Oh yeah, the most. Sorry, I used the wrong word.
Everybody has the potential to kill somebody.
Sorry. The most likely person to do the thing, so they just seen her as a target, and when they see, oh, there's a target, so everybody follows the media, and the media went so crazy. They use some very bad words. Yeah.
Foxy Noxy is not actually very
I think that's
good.
very.
Yeah.
They are not very, in the very kind and they
respectful way.
respectful
Yeah, I
way.
still think that even though somebody can be the murderer, we still have to respect them in some way to make them feel that they are still human beings.
Yeah. And because the media went too crazy during the process that the police still are in the investigation, right? So I think it's unfair to Amanda because the judge didn't say that she is guilty or not at that time, but the media is just like sentenced her like, you are guilty at that time. So I think it's very unfair to her. And the media is supposed to stand neutral. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Neutral. Yeah. Neutral. So I think media need to stand neutral at that time.
It's hard for the media to stand neutral because they want something that
They want audience.
they want the audience, so they have to do something.
Bloody news, exciting news,
Stunning news, breaking news.
Because all people want to know the consequence. They just want to know that she's a murderer or not. So the media need to provide those kind of ingredients in the newspaper or the magazine or
Actually, I think that it will affect the process of investigation.
Yes.
I think that the investigation should be
like
silent and secretly or something like that, so that the people, the experts inside, will not be affected by the news. Because if somebody said that, oh, she is guilty, and then probably the investigators, we do not know if they are actually using the right methods to find the evidence, and they probably would just conclude that, oh, she is the murderer.
Yes. And Amanda herself maybe changed her words.
And even though there are some evidence that the same evidence, if I'm affected by the news and I think that Amanda is guilty, I'll only find something that will be the evidence
that support that she's guilty.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I think this is the end of our discussion, and thank you all of your participation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, bye, Mark.
Bye.
Bye.